What's up guys, DMJ here. Today I'm going to shoot a introductory video for the new 4 Against Darkness campaign. I have the new expanded version book, should be here by Saturday. I don't need that for what I'm about to do here today. I'm going to introduce the characters. As you've probably seen by the title screen, we're going to do a Drizzt campaign. I think it should be pretty awesome. I'm going to try to tie all this lore together into a new story for him. We'll see how it goes, but let's get down to the table and I'll show you what's up.
So the first thing I did when I got the PDF was I went through every single paragraph and I made these quick reference sheets and then popped them into this Dungeon Master screen. This is just one of those screens with the plastic where you can replace the pages in it. It's good to go through everything, and it just kind of refreshed my mind on some of the rules and stuff since it's been a while since I played. The core game is basically the same. They added in some new stuff and streamlined some stuff, you know, from the other books. Really awesome. Still feels super old school D&D. That's why I love this game so much. On the other side of the screen, I took some of my favorite art from the game and I made it black and white. And I'll show you that at the end of the video. It just really also gives that old school feel. The map making stuff is exactly the same. So I just kept my old one right there. For Christmas, my daughter got me this dice box. So I've got my Dwarven Skull Splitters in here. It's pretty awesome. This lock actually works on there. And then I replaced the logo on my dice roller. Here I have my campaign book. And I went through and reprinted Tome of the Adventure pages, and this is just a quick reference for your campaign. It's just about hiring adventurers and, you know, your guild roster and what to pay new characters and you know, all the extra weapons and gold that you keep. We have the bank in here. And then the rest of the book will just be used for the actual campaign itself. This chart over here was the flow chart, room building table. This has all been replaced and streamlined with easier and better charts. So this will eventually get replaced. Currently, I just have them on pieces of paper, which is in the next book here that we're going to get to. I will definitely always be using this book for any campaign that I do. This is the Tantalizing Trails of Turmoil and Treasure, and it's basically an overland world and quest generation supplement. The fact that this is free is just mind-blowing. There's so much material in here. This creates your overland adventures for you and your quests and all sorts of really awesome stuff. It's basically so you can create your own hex crawls, and this could be used for Dungeons and Dragons. Go get this book. It's in the files section if you play this game. It's amazing. And finally, let's talk about the campaign. Basically, Drizzt and Artemis have something in common, and that's why they've had to get together again and just sort of agreed that we're going to do this adventure and then we go our separate ways. And of course, Brunor and Wolfgar are friends of Drizzt, and they trust him, and they do not trust Artemis, and so they're tagging along here. And you know, Wolfgar and Artemis has this long-standing hatred of each other. Wolfgar is basically here to let Artemis know that he will fight him again at any time. But yeah, I think this should be pretty interesting. I'm gonna play them, you know, how they should be played, and we'll see where this goes. One of the things I had to do here is in the new character creation section, and it's nice that characters have more abilities and more stuff. You know, they didn't overdo it. We're nowhere near like 3rd edition through 5th edition, nothing like that. Still's got that old school feel, but you know, the Rangers got like 2-weapon fighting, which worked perfect for Drizzt. I had to make the character sheets bigger. You know, before I had these really small character sheets, and I looked at classes like the Acrobat and the Ranger, and there's just no way you're going to fit all that information on those really small character sheets. Plus, The new character sheets use a symbol system, kind of like the game Warcry, if you know what that is, where there's no like words on the character sheets. It's all a symbol. Everything is a symbol. And I didn't really care for that. I don't want to be playing the game and then like, what symbol is that again? And then I got to open to the first couple pages and look at it. No, I just want to say, oh, abilities right here, you know, or, oh, saves right here. Anyways, that's a minor thing. I'm going to do a review on the book. There's some things that I don't like. There's more things that I do like. And of course, this is my game. You're the dungeon master. You're the player. You can do whatever the hell you want, which is so awesome. And the book even encourages that. You know, they have like the basic old school classes, and then they added a bunch of new classes in from the expansion books. But they also give you ways to custom create your class. And for example, with halflings, they are your stereotypical halfling. They're cooks. You know, they're lucky. They have things like that going on. But if you want to make a halfling wizard, they tell you how to do it in the book. You know, it's as simple as adding a few traits or taking away a few things. And also, there's a role-playing section part of the book that shows you how to use this as a role-playing game. I'll get into that later on when I do the book review. But it's pretty cool. Everything's pretty cool. I'm really happy with the new book. And here's the other side of the screen. This right here is the new cover for the expanded editions. Pretty awesome. There's the old cover right there. And then we just have some other art that I really liked. All right, so I just wanted to show you guys the miniatures and show you the setup and talk a little bit about what we're going to be doing here. Amy, of course, will be jumping in at some points. It would be nice to be able to get 2 games of this in a week. I mean, like a short game during the week to have a video on maybe like Wednesday and then a video on Saturday. That would be great. I can't guarantee anything, but we will see, and that's what I'm going to try to do. Anyways, guys, hope you enjoy the video. Hope you follow along with the adventure, and I will catch you in the next one. See ya.